Yo, Bree, Kim Kardashian is a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says. So that's what we going with. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button. You ready? Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see what she doing. Because we all a mess in some ways, but let's see
Yes.
how big of a mess
Is
she
Kim
is.
Kardashian an actress? Well, that's the big controversy this week following a new interview that she's done, and the internet sure has given their input on the decision to call her that. That isn't the only interview that she's being called out for, as one from the past has controversy this week
Hold
following
up.
a. Is Kim Kardashian an actress? Well,
Yo, Kim bugging, bro. Yo, Kim is bugging. Does she really do this interview with Balenciaga on?
Yeah.
She really does this interview with Balenciaga. All right, man. Y'all already know the whole Balenciaga scandal. All right. I ain't even got to say it because we get censored over here. You heard? But you guys already know. If you watching this, you already know. They know. All right, let's go. Let's get in.
Kim Kardashian, an actress? Well, that's the big controversy this week following a new interview that she's done, and the internet sure has given their input on the decision to call her that. That isn't the only interview that she's being called out for, as one from the past has now come back to haunt her given all the conversations surrounding celebrities and how they choose to use their private jets. She's also being criticized for things included in this latest season of the Kardashians Hulu show, so the messy isn't stopping anytime soon, it seems. But let's get into what the heck is being said. Recently, Variety released their lineup for
What
who would
the
be featured in their next batch of actors on actors interviews.
Yo.
It's a series they've done for years now where big names in the film and television industry are paired up to interview each other. This year, it was revealed that Kim Kardashian would be one of the actresses featured, which definitely raised some eyebrows as people don't look at Kim and think actress. Now, she was featured in this last season of American Horror Story as a pretty big character, but people weren't impressed to the point of feeling like she should have been included in this series.
All right, I ain't gonna lie. She did do a good job because she do got that weird mystic type thing about her. She got that evilness about her, which played perfect for the role. That's why I think it played perfect for the role because she kind of like is like that. That's
Yeah.
what you think in person. Like she would be one of them type of people. She's like a cannibal, right?
I don't remember. I just remember it was
No, what
something.
I'm saying is she's like a cannibal
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
real
yeah,
life.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
that's
in real
what
life,
people
you
think.
know?
Yeah,
Was featured in this last season of American Horror Story as a pretty big character, but people weren't impressed to the point of feeling like she should have been included in this series, especially when Variety was writing about the upcoming actors on actors lineup online, saying Variety's Actors on Actors returns for its 20th season with the biggest stars of this year's Emmys season. People just felt like Kim
Emmys.
should not be sitting with people that are nominated for this year's Emmys. They just felt like the whole thing was crazy. But the episode featuring Kim aired just a few days ago. She was paired
All right, so let's be real with it. She deserves an Emmy for her first feature ever in a feature film. She definitely deserves an Emmy for that one. We already know the film, the one that got her hot, the one that got her, you know what I'm saying? She definitely deserves an Emmy for that. Let me turn off my
paired
AC.
up with Chloe Sevigny, and the two sat down to talk about their experiences, both having worked with Ryan Murphy, and Kim's experience diving into this new world. She has been absolutely trolled online for being asked to be in the series, and those who watched the 41-minute interview they did with each other certainly had some things to say in the comments, writing, "Give Chloe an Emmy for acting like anything Kim says is fascinating. Honestly, this is not actors on actors. It's Chloe Sevigny interviewing Kim Kardashian for Variety. Chloe
Dang.
Yo, come on, man. How can't you say Kim isn't an actor, man? She an actor, bro. Look at everything she does. Do you really believe that on live that reality series she got is actually real? When she cries and she start like, bro, you don't even see a tear. So she kind of acts. She does okay, bro. She does kind of like
Just because it's not our forte doesn't mean.
she's kind of an actor, no? I mean, come on.
She's a very
an
good
actor.
actress, if you ask me.
I mean, come on. She made her way up from acting, right? She made her way up from acting. Now read between the lines when I mean by acting. All right.
They really tried her very best not to laugh and ask Kim serious questions as if she was a trained actress. They did my mother dirty. There are easy jokes to be made about this video, but truly it's such a slap in the face to actual artists in the film industry. The fact that someone like Kim K can just decide to be an actor on the highest level, while those who put their whole soul into it probably won't ever get to be on Actors on Actors, just deeply upsetting. It's so sad to see how little Kim tries. It barely feels like a conversation. Khloe is doing most of the questions and is actually interested in what Kim's experience as an actor has been. Kim is just answering everything as if she was in an interview. Variety really blew this one. I will say maybe they just set up Kim very poorly to, one, be in this because it's controversial for her to be in this anyway, and also set her up to not ask very many and or good questions, because it does seem like from previous interviews the actors are guided by producers to ask certain things. So not to defend Kim, but maybe they really just did not give her good questions to ask, because when Quinta Brunson was paired up with Jennifer Aniston, we did get to see kind of a little bit of behind the scenes as the producers were telling Quinta what to ask Jen. So maybe it was the case here where they were just not feeding Kim good questions to ask Khloe.
You ask Jen, Quinta, what it's like to watch Friends now. Oh God, don't make me cry.
I won't. We won't make each other cry.
Okay.
Well, you're already crying. Do you want a minute? We don't have to talk about.
No, sorry, I just started thinking about.
I know. Yeah. Are you sure? We don't have to really.
No, I'm okay.
Holy crap.
It's a happy tears.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey. Okay. And we're back.
Okay. So.
Yes.
Jen.
Yeah.
Now that's good acting.
That's what I said.
That's good acting. That's how you act. If you want to act, you got to put the tears on. That's how you act. Like, I really believe she had tears coming down her eyes.
That's what I was going to say.
But her makeup didn't run.
Nah, she didn't give it a chance to.
That's my point, though. That's good acting. Because you act like you're not giving it a chance to. You dab before. And we all love Jennifer Aniston. We all do. Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, you come on. Look at her. She glowing. She beautiful. Like, you really can't. There's nothing not to like about her.
Yeah. I do.
There's nothing not to like about her. Friends? Are you serious?
I love that.
Come on.
Yes. Friends is turning 30.
Though I do believe that when two skillful actors are matched up and study up on each other and their work, they genuinely have their own questions to ask as well, because in this conversation between Jen and Quinta, you could tell that they really had those questions that they personally were dying to ask each other, and it only seems like Khloe had those questions for Kim, probably because she is a well-versed actress, she's done a lot of projects, and she's probably genuinely curious about Kim's first-time experience diving into this world, and she knew what to ask, but Kim, really new to the whole world, is like, I don't even know where to begin. Someone literally made a compilation on TikTok of the cringiest moments from this interview.
So I feel like there's so many ways to make an impact as an actress in people's lives and inspire them and move them.
See, for me, it was mostly about the glam. When I look back at films like with Ava Gardner, and I'm always looking into their hair and their makeup and what they're wearing, I was super into the glam of it all. And, you know, even Marilyn and Elizabeth, I just was fascinated by how they looked. Every Sunday, my dad would make us watch a black and white.
All right, so how about we say this? Maybe Kim's not acting. Maybe that's what it really is. It's about the glim, the glance. Like, a lot of people like the glitz, the glamour about it.
I mean, I can see exactly, like, seeing that doesn't make me cringe of her answer to why all this.
She kind of looked like the same woman that they posted, no? Her mom even looks like her. That actually, I thought it was her mom at first.
Yeah, her mom is something else. But I just
see the
personally, I didn't pay attention like that much, but I saw the eyes.
Get it going.
And at his house, yeah. And it was just fascinating. And I just remember writing down like the actresses' names and wanting to get on my computer and search and see what they were wearing and who did their hair and makeup back then. And I just was always fascinated by the makeup aspect and the hair aspect of everything in film.
Makes sense.
There was another moment where Kim talked about filming American Horror Story and how she was set to only have to film one scene a day, which when people heard about this, they were like, oh, they did not have a lot of faith in Kim because one scene a day.
For me, I just always wanted to be prepared. And that was really important to me, just to...
Prepared and on time.
Exactly. And not, I was going to say, and not waste people's time, because, you know, this is like a huge production and I just value everyone's time and wanted to make sure that I was completely prepared. I think they weren't sure how prepared I would be, and so they allotted a scene a day, and we finished fairly quickly. So they would say, like, can we add in another scene because it's like on the same set? And so we would do that, and I would have to memorize, you know, more dialogue fairly quickly. So there was someone on set that was available to read with me. And so again, like you said, reading it out loud, being able to do that. I do want to write it down though, because in law school, I write everything. So I want to physically write it out numerous times.
Girl, stop lying. You are not a law student. And I'm going to tell you right now, you know you're not a law student. Now, I'll give you props for, like, you know, she said prepared and on time. The only thing she wasn't on time for or gave time to and been prepared for was having her baby daddy, Kanye West. That's the only thing I could say, man. She wasn't fair with that. That's the only thing I could say with, you know, she didn't do, I feel like, after seeing everything, even though he looked kind of like out there. Yeah, man. I mean, they both like quackadoo, I ain't gonna lie. They both quackadoo. Yo, every time I watched it was like an Aflac commercial, bro. I couldn't wait to hear the first one quack. That's all I'm saying. Yeah?
Hot tip.
With scripts, yeah. Thank you.
Kim later was clowned for comparing getting prepared for a role to wearing the Marilyn dress at the Met Gala.
I wore Marilyn Monroe's dress once, and I just like took it all in. And, you know, I actually bought a watch of Jackie's. So just the energy, I mean, it's just, I could imagine there's, at least for me, and it's not even for a show.
Now, I know Kim didn't really have a lot of experience to pull from when she did this interview, but oh my gosh, bringing that up was just crazy. I feel like Variety chose Kim just simply because the controversy would drive viewers and engagement to the video, and I'm sure it's done just that. Now, I'll say that some other things Kim has been in the headlines for recently is a private jet situation. This drama happened as a result of one user's tweet going viral that said Kim Kardashian flew all the way from LA to Paris just because she wanted this one cheesecake from a specific hotel named Hotel.
We do know that, you know, her and Diddy do, you know what I'm saying, cross paths once in a while. At least she took her own trip. She got in her own plane and got herself her own cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? Because Diddy made the whole band go get a cheesecake, you heard? And I'm talking about through the trenches, through New York. You know what I'm saying? At least she was in Paris, in the clouds, where it's calm. You know what I'm saying?
This is why I see I was not blessed enough to become a celebrity, because I would have been in the headlines just for doing dumb shit like this. Can go to California and get me a real, actual Mexican burrito, smothered burrito, and from this one specific spot.
Some burritos, baby. As soon as you get over here from New Mexico, I'm going to show you how we do it over here. How the Puerto Ricans do it over here. And she's like, oh, I'm going to get a Puerto Rican burrito. I'm like, yeah, girl.
And little did I know,
and then I'm going to shove some hamburger meat. I'm going to shove some hamburger meat.
Tacos.
User's tweet going viral that said Kim Kardashian flew all the way from LA to Paris just because she wanted this one cheesecake from a specific hotel named Hotel Costas, and then flew home. And you drink from a paper straw to save the world. This information came from a 2015 Vogue interview in which Kim talked about going to Paris and wanting to eat the food there because she wouldn't be able to travel for a while after she gave birth to North. She said, I flew in maybe like a couple months ago just to have a last like hurrah of all the food that I'm not going to be able to have for a while, she said. And I get there to Hotel Costas and they told me they didn't have it. And I was like, you don't understand, I'm leaving tomorrow. And I flew all the way here. I think I flew for one night, maybe 2 nights, and they said, okay, we're going to get it, and they got it, and it really made my day. But people really took this tweet as Kim hopping into a jet, getting this cheesecake, and then coming right back home, which made her look really bad, especially given the conversation surrounding celebrities using their private jets and all that it's doing to the environment. Not that this sounds any better, like her just going there to get some food for like a day, but that was something that was going around this week. And I'll say that the show isn't making her seem any less privileged, as in the last episode of the Kardashians Hulu show, Kim was seen talking about how she can't punish her own kids, she can't say no to them, and she had jury duty one day, and she was venting about the struggles of balancing work and having kids and going to jury duty. And critics online were talking about how ridiculous it was to hear her say all of this, when in reality she has nannies who can watch her children, and money is no factor for her, so she doesn't have to think twice about how much childcare is going to cost when she needs to go to work or do jury duty. And that, to hear her complain of her life being chaotic, was absolutely just craziness. I mean, honestly, I was mostly surprised she was even admitting that she can't say no to her kids, and that she doesn't want to do the whole tantrums, and that when she sees the tears, she just caves in to whatever they want. She gives them the iPad. And it does seem like in this season of the show, we're going to be seeing more of Kim talk about not being a strict parent, and her feeling like Khloe judges her for being this way, and her kind of wanting to be more like Khloe. I just found it interesting because I feel like she wouldn't want to put this all out there because she felt like Khloe was judging her, and I was like, well, the world is about to judge you now too. And they certainly have. They've got a lot to say about all of this, especially because in this season of the show, it feels like they are all kind of judging Khloe for wanting to stay home and be around her kids and not go on a trip to Paris on a whim. She wants to be there for the bedtime. She wants to take her kids to school, and the others are just looking at her like, why doesn't Khloe want to leave the house? Like, that it was crazy. She wanted to spend time with their own kids and didn't want the nannies to do it. It's all just a very interesting approach for their show, but the internet has no problem telling off a Kardashian, and clearly Kim has really been hearing it this week. But that is what has been said as of right now. I want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about Kim being featured in Actors on Actors, the whole jet drama and the show stuff. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Actually, I ain't gonna lie. Who is this? Who is this? Hold on real quick. Who is this? Spill Sesh. All right, so Spill Sesh, I got to give you a lot of props and a lot of credit the way that you kept it at a medium. All you did was just speak what was going on. And if we had more news like this, we'd probably appreciate it more, because at the end of the day, all she did was say what was going on. She just said it in her there was little condescending little things that you thought that were condescending, but when you heard her talk the whole way, actually, I like it. I like it. I think it's a vibe. Mm-hmm. I think, hey, you're doing your thing. I ain't gonna lie. You really, really doing your thing. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for this information. It's actually just information of what's going on. And we take our own, the way we want to feel. And, if we're not happy today, then we're going to get upset with this kind of news. If we're absolutely excited today, then we're going to go get some cheesecake across town, through the river and the woods. You heard? And private jets. If you got one, but what do you got?
I want some cheesecake.
I want some cheesecake. That's what I'm saying. It's got me in the mood to go to Shaw's and get the cheap cheesecake that's like $17.99 for one piece, which isn't really that cheap, but hey, I want some cheesecake. I can't judge right now. I'm not in that position. I'm only in the position to react to what I see, and what I see, you kind of a mess. I ain't gonna lie. But my life is a mess. If you ever see my life, man, I can't even find my keys in the morning. She got to find them for me. And if she can't find them, then I got to find them. And if she can't find them, then I'm definitely not finding them. That means they lost. You heard? That being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, slap that red button.